Everybody. So we're going to go through how to build out your Women Belong profile. So when you get to the website, you're going to sign in. Let's take a look, even before we sign in to build out the profile, I want to take a look at profiles and let's see some examples of people that have built out their profiles and just what's possible in a profile. So in building out your profile, whether you have a product-based business, a location-based business, or a service-based business, we feel like the gallery is an opportunity to showcase your business in images. And that's really, as important as the words are, images speak and sell your story and your business more than anything. So I thought we'd take a look first at a product-based business. Yolanda, who is in the Mobile Circle, she has a business with Mary Kay, and she's got tons of awesome photos of products. And so just wanted to kind of highlight what's possible. So people, you find Yolanda, you get a really great sense of what her offerings are in skincare, cosmetics, lotions, perfume. So just an example. And then of course you've got in the profiles, the written part, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I really wanted to focus on what the opportunities are in the gallery. So you've got a lot of real estate to play with in the gallery. Other ones I wanted to show that I think are great examples are Starla Scholl. She is a therapist. And so for her, a little different. She's a space. And so she wanted to show just the comfort of the environment of the space so that prospective clients have an idea of what's possible. What will it look like if I go see Starla? So another way to think about what you can show in the gallery. Another example of a space, which I think is a great example. Jenny Duransky, who has her business is Lena Rose, and they do spa services. So she's got, just nice, tranquil photos of her space, different images where you get a sense of, again, what's there. So these are really literal product-based businesses, people with spaces, but I wanted to also show some examples of businesses that don't have a product or space, like those service-based businesses where we think like, well, what would I possibly show?
Before you do that, Kate, let's just look at that map. Whoa,
I love it.
I
It's
love that
exciting.
map.
So
Sorry, okay, go on.
Denise De La Foy Design Studio. She does website design. So she's got images of her, like a headshot, but she's also got images of her work. So she's got screen grabs of websites that she's done. So do you have portfolio work that you could put up here? Again, another example of what's possible. Let's take a look at Mika. So Mika's business, she's a photographer. So of course, having, rich, beautiful images here of her work in a gallery. And how important is this? Because if you're looking for a photographer, you want to see the work. Same with a website designer. What else do we have here to show? Getting into like some of the other businesses. So Maru, who has a business with EPNA, and she does credit card processing. So a little less out of the creative space and into how to show that. She did a nice job with a headshot and then also like a big logo and a little bit into what does the credit card processing machine look like? So you have a little bit of like ability to imagine what her product looks like or what it might be for your business. And I love this one too. Brittany Franklin from South Loop is in insurance. So no physical product, but she did a great job building out her gallery with infographics, which I think is another thing to think about. If you've got infographics for your business, things that you can show for like what the impact is. She's got an image here of all the insurance companies that they underwrite, or just an ad too. You can use ad space here. So just different ways to think about how you can build out your gallery. I wanted to show a new way. This is something that is brand new for core level members that just launched a week ago, maybe, Dor, last week, very recent. So this is brand new. We're putting it in the upcoming bulletins, but core level members can now add video content to their profiles. So Dorothy's got a Women Belong video added, and it is in your profile, which we'll log in a minute, and I'll show you where to add this, but it's just dropping a YouTube or Vimeo link into your profile.
I want to hit on one of the, I mean, you've shown a lot of the features. I want to talk about a benefit of being in this profile. So one of the things that's really hard sometimes is sometimes it's like, okay, what do I say about this person? Like, how do I share in a one-on-one, like, or in an email? I want to recommend Kristen to a realtor because she does such great work with her company does great work with home inspections. So how do I do that? What do I say? Give me the words. I don't want to have to figure out what the fucking words are to write about you. Give me the words. So the more you articulate what your proposition is, how you're different, your unique selling proposition, who you are, why you're passionate, and people can just pick up those words off of the profile, the faster those referrals can happen for each and every one of us. Does it make sense? That's why we do it. We don't do it just so people can search around and look for you. We want them to be recommending you.
Yeah, let me pop back and let's talk a little bit about the written part. So just what Dorothy was saying, and being as clear as possible, as concise as possible, and writing for a couple of different audiences, for other Women Belong members to connect with you and to know how they can support you. But also, this is all public. And we drive traffic here often to find, letting people know if you're looking to support a woman in business or a Women Belong member, here's where you can search for resources. And also, this is where you can search and share. So if I'm making a referral to Dorothy, I can just copy this link and then send this to somebody and say, like, here's how you get in touch with Dorothy. She's, in my circle and a great contact for you. All of these words here that you add to your profile are what becomes searchable words, keywords in this. So if I search the word maternity, I bet I have to spell it right. Let's do parenting. I'm gonna get all businesses that have that word in their profile. If I search, I'm gonna get any businesses in their profile. So make sure that you're being strategic about what words you use in your profile so that, again, in this area here, you're capitalizing on the different services and keywords that someone might search to find a business like yours. So let's hop in and I'm going to show a little bit about where that lives. So when I log in, you have your about information, but really you're going into where you build out your profile, which is this second tab. You can add your image on what makes a digital business card, and you've got your 140 characters of just a little bit about who you are and what you do. That's a short and sweet one. And then you've got your gallery where you can build this out and add products, services. I need to add more to my gallery. Um, you've got your description. So again, you're building this out as far as, you know, who would be a good connection for you, what services do you offer, what are your products, and again, anything you write here is what becomes searchable in keyword search. So feel free to build this out and reference any words that you want to show up for. Social media links, you just drop them in here, and then here's the new area where you can add videos to your profile, and then you can save it and continue. So that's a little bit about building out your profile. We want to get into the second tip, which is creating deals. So from the front end, the deals section is now public to everyone. When people come to the deals page, it will always, like, I call it shaking the snow globe. You never know, this randomizes whoever's on here. So
Barbara Single is on the call, and there she
there
is.
she is, number one. And then I refreshed, and now Kathy Seelig is right there. So if you've got a deal, it just goes into the mix, and then you never know who's going to come up first and in what order. It's always random. These deals do not, I can't stress this enough, we're not asking you to discount or to reduce fees or even give extra. If you want to do that, that's great, but by no means does your deal have to equate a discount. It can simply be something that you offer. That can be a deal. Or it can be a value add, it can be a discount, it can be a special something, a gift, whatever you want to add in this area. And so deals are something that we'll be promoting ongoing to the Women Belong universe, but also just on our social media at large. And so, like Dorothy was saying, right now, having a deal that speaks to what's current, Father's Day, graduation gifts, those are great keywords to reference, but again, it could be people just looking for specific services. So same thing, you've got your deal language, and that becomes the keywords that become searchable. It looked like there was a question that came in. Just pop back and, nope, that's the link. Thanks, Dor.
My pleasure.
All right, let me pop back there. And so when you're looking for deals for other people, your deals are searchable there, and they're also on your profile. So if I go over to, we know Kathy's got a deal. If I'm on her profile, you can see that she has a deal right here. So if you're looking at someone's profile and you want to see, oh, I'm interested in that, or what deal are they offering? Or if you're sharing a resource with somebody, and then you want to say, oh, they also have a deal that they're offering. These deals are also shareable. So when you're thinking referrals, think about the ability to share other people's deals and have your deals shared. It becomes something that you can ask at a circle meeting, at a networking event, like, you could support me by sharing my deal. And people can share that.
And Kate, go back to where you can just see the business card. Close, if you can close that.
Yep.
So you can see in the bottom left-hand corner is that little deal icon.
That's right. So we can, look down here. The thumbs up means that they've been recommended. There's this a way to recommend people and get testimonial collection. And then the little price taggy thing means that the member has a deal. The tip number 3 is to find a member to do a one-on-one with. And so we really think that the greatest way that you're going to thrive in Women Belong is through connections. This organization is all about connecting, dialoguing, not being transactional, but being interested in relationship building. And our whole premise is that we want to be a culture of supporting women in business and in forming those collaborations and alliances that allow us to thrive. We want everyone connecting with each other. So find possible power partners, collaboration partners. Search for who your power partners are. If your partners are mortgage people.
So, Kate, I would use Kristen Marsden, who's on the call today, as an
Absolutely.
example.
It's a
Like,
good
Kristen is for me a person that I hold up as the perfect example of taking advantage of Women Belong in terms of uh, calling on all of these realtors and creating and doing one-on-ones with them and expanding her business by going after the power partners, using Women Belong as a calling card into these businesses. Right?
Right. Yeah. So Kristen, great example. So Kristen's business is Dunsing Inspections, which is property inspections. Her best customers are real estate agents. So she's able to go and search real estate this way by keyword or by category. You can search by business category, and this little handy system comes up, and we can look up real estate residential. You've got all your people. You can, if they're in a circle, you can see where they are, or you also get little dots of where people are on the map. So if your business is location based, that might be important to who you want to connect with and call on. But let's say I want to call on Sally Thompson. So right here, I've got her info and I can learn a little bit about Sally, but right here is how I contact her. And this gives me information about how to contact her. Phone numbers are only available to members. And so you have to be logged in order to see the phone number of another member. And that member has to have made their phone number available in their profile. And then you also have a link here. Everyone has a link for send a message. And I can just put a little message out to Sally that I want to connect and do a one-on-one, and I can send her any message that I want, preview it, send it. And that is a great way to reach out and connect.
And I will just put in a plug that because of Women Belong, there are 15,000 real estate agents in Chicago, and they're pretty busy. So Women Belong gives them a reason to at least respond to me. So there's a plug. It really does work.
Yeah, well, they know that if they don't respond to you, that Kate and I are going to beat them up, you know, right? So,
Oh, well, I didn't know that was part of the service.
That's not a member
sending you some
benefit.
names.
oh, I forgot. Yeah.
But
So-
yes, we're it becomes a great way to connect and something that you already have in common when you do connect.
But, and you know, I'm teasing about beating up, but I want to make sure that you understand that because, you know, when people are reaching out, one of the things we want to do is make sure that we're responsive, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And so if we're not responsive to our Women Belong members, you know, women talk. So I'm just saying, you know, these are the places where you want to give your best service, because these women are dedicated to supporting you and expanding your business. So be responsive, be respectful, you know, and that's one of the things we actually hear after the connections events that we do, is that Women Belong members follow up, unlike from other networking organizations. And that's because this is part of our culture.
Kate, I have a quick question about when somebody sends somebody a message on our website.
Yeah,
Does it go straight to their email?
it goes straight to their email. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And so in addition to that, reaching out that way, certainly if you've met somebody and you have their direct email, you can email them directly. And you can also locate people there and then go over to Slack and message them in Slack too. I mean, that's another way to get somebody right away, and just chat them up on Slack. Slack also just is like I guess, phone. We didn't talk about Slack today, but you can direct message people in Slack and create a private conversation. So it's a nice way to also reach out more directly than even email. I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay, we're going to go into introduction.